we had a super tight timeline on this because it has a reverse mortgage payoff. So every week, every month that goes by that they don't sell, that payoff gets higher and higher, eating into what little equity they already had. To make matters worse, because we had such a tight timeline, they had to get everything signed from the seller and she didn't wake up till noon every day. Whenever they had to get stuff signed, they had to drive up all the way from San Diego to Inglewood.
Oh, wow.
So pretty far drive, they're out of market. And so we basically come to the last day of closing, or about 3 days before. The sellers our agents are driving up to meet the sellers to get them to sign the settlement statement, basically everything we need to close, and they don't sign. And so my agent calls me and goes, hey, they didn't sign all these docs. I know you guys have EMD in, but like they're not willing to sign. And I was like, why? And he goes, well, they didn't like how much money they were netting. They wanted more. And we were like, what are you talking about? We're a week and a half into escrow. We have our EMD in. We're ready to close in a couple days, and these guys aren't signing. And I was like, what are we gonna do? And he's like, it's fine. We'll work on it. We're gonna throw in some commission, and they should be good to go. And then he goes, oh, by the way, we are also going to Italy in 3 days to go to my partner's wedding, who was the listing agent, and then my partner was the buy-side agent, right? And so I was like, okay, guys, like we need to get this solved. We close in 3 days. We don't have all these signatures. We don't even know if these sellers are going to be out. Clearly there's drug addiction going on in here. Clearly they need money. And the reverse mortgage payoffs keep increasing the longer we wait. So I wish they had told us that sooner, but all good. We got to be flexible in these scenarios. So I call them on Friday, the day of closing, when they're supposed to go meet the sellers, and they said the sellers started ghosting them.
Oh, no.
Didn't respond, didn't call them, said they weren't going to sign any docs. And so we're like, shit, what do we do? And so, of course, like the listing agent and our buy-side agent, they go to Italy because the listing agent was getting married. You can't move your wedding for that, right? And so because they're in Italy, it's like 12 hours ahead. So communication was, spotty at best over the next week. And we didn't know what was going on with the sellers. We didn't even know if it was still a deal. We had money sitting in escrow. No one knew what was going on.